Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the pre-market live show. It's Friday, March 28th. We're getting to the end of March already. Time moves so fast. We're going to be in April, and let's see what the market's going to do. The heat map's changing over, so we'll look at that. And all information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not intended as financial advice, so always do your due diligence. And here we go. We'll look at the heat map. Just changed over to that. Microsoft and Apple down. Amazon's down a little. NVIDIA, Tesla are up. Let's see what they put the SPY at this morning right here. And it is down 39 cents, but it's not looking bad. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad right there, 566. So that's got to be yesterday. Hold on, that can't be right now, is it? Yeah, that is right now. All right, well, there it is. So 566 is where it looks like it's at, and that's not too bad right there. So we'll keep an eye on things. At first, we'll go through our Jolie's jumpers and all them guys and see what's going on this morning if I can get there. Hold on. Why ain't the computer working over here? All right, perfect. There it goes. Hold on. All right, well, we'll get to the Joey's jumpers in a minute because I don't know what's going on over here. It's not working. My computer's just hanging out the one screen. The X page isn't coming up for whatever reason. I don't know what just happened. It was just working because I was just using it. I have no idea what just happened there. Oh, well, hold on. I'll look on my phone. It'll be easier. So hold on. Let me hop on here. Sorry about that. Yeah, it was just up and working, and then now it just kind of froze. I don't know what's going on there. But let me hop on my page, and we can do our Jolie's jumpers and all that good stuff because I did tweet them out. There we go. ARBB. Let's look at that. ARBB, and I'll see if this thing works. ARBB, this is working, and that's up. Let's see where it's at this morning right here. ARBB, and that's 84, and it's pulling back there. So that was trying to run up there yesterday, and today it's pulling back. It's just sitting on that 20, not too bad. And the Dolphin right here, I'll tell you which one looks good. We looked at one last night. What the heck was it? Top Wealth Group, TWG. That one's popping, and we thought it would be. The Dolphin looked like it was going to be jumping last night, too. Remember, we looked at this? That was jumping last night. Never mind. Wait, that one had already gapped up, so we had to look at the Dolphin. This was already running up. See, it throws you off when it doesn't show you exactly what it does. Yeah, Dolphin was already running up, and we had to look at that. But I remember saying it right here. It looked pretty good, and then when we got over to this, it was already run up there. That's why FinViz has to change that thing because it does drive me insane. And Top Wealth Group, look at this thing jumped up this morning. We were looking at this last night, and it was looking pretty good. It had already jumped up yesterday some, but then this morning it jumped up some more, 27 to 32, and again it ran up some last night, and then it continued up. We were talking about that being a little momentum play, so there you go with that one. That one was moving along right there as we thought. And let's see what else is going on here. And the KULR right here, let's see. KULR, that one is curling up right there. It looks like it is running right now as well. And let's see, yesterday it was running up to 185. Right now it's at 172. So, again, these things they throw you off because you can't exactly tell. We weren't looking at this one. It's in the channel. It might pull back, but that will get set up pretty good right there. And that's KULR. And LYT, this one was definitely running up yesterday. It could be pulling back here now. Let's see. It did run yesterday. Today, 11 down to 9. It's at 10 right now, so we'll have to see what that's up to. But that was a good one yesterday. And MLGO, we liked this one again yesterday. Let's see what it's doing at the moment. It looked like it was a little pulled back, but maybe not too crazy. 15 up to 18. There you go, guys. Remember, we were talking about this being more of a momentum play up there. It was trying to curl up. We were looking at it last night, and there you go at MLGO, and that's been running up. PRLD, Prelude Therapeutics, I don't remember looking at this at all. PRLD, this one ran up yesterday 62 to 96, and then this morning 82, and it's sitting at 81. That's not too bad right there in that channel. But again, that's a totally different look. And all of these, I mean, they run up in the after hours. You have no idea. And again, it tells you that day that it ran up in the after hours. But what happens to the next day when you had no idea? So it doesn't make any sense. And hopefully they get that fixed in the next month, because it's really every single one now. It just throws you off completely. And that's PRLD. And again, it's in this channel now, not looking too bad, so we'll keep an eye on that one. And let's see what our PRTG is doing. Portage Biotech. And this one ran up. Let's see, is that PRTG? And yeah, it ran up yesterday, 440 to 1135, and it's cruising up to 1280 right now. So there you go, it's in the 13s. So this one had some good portage right there, whatever that's doing. The biotech company went from the basically the middle right to the top, and it's in there. So preclinical results in mesothelioma or something, however you say that, supporting first in human trial. So there you go with that. Portage Biotech. And let's see, that one's looking pretty good. RNAZ, we looked at this last night, and remember we were talking about it looking pretty good after they had that offering the other night at 11 o'clock. It pops up right here on the 21st, and then they throw an offering. As we got off the show, they had an offering there, so it is looking a little bit better. What was it doing this morning? It's at 61. It opened at 68, went to 72, and now it's at 61. We'll keep an eye on this RNAZ right there. And let's see, SNSE. Sensei Biotherapeutics. I remember we were looking at this before, and now it ran up yesterday right there to 44 to 68. There you go. And then today 59 to 60 back down. But yeah, that was a nice run up right there, and I know we were looking at that before. And honestly, that, and again, you can't tell that it even ran up yesterday. And it looks even more weird there that it ran up even higher, because that's coming off of that candle, and it ran up in the after hours. So that's really strange look. So again, you kind of have no idea what's even going on when you look at these. And you have to kind of look at the trend spider, but hopefully they get it fixed. And that TWG, we looked at it, and it's still up a little bit. And again, it ran up, and people were looking at it last night, sending it over. So we looked at it, and it did look like it was going to continue its momentum, and did say to take a look at that in the morning. And there you go with your Jolie's jumpers right there. Thank you very much. And I still don't know what's going on here. I'm telling you, I'm reloading the page for the X on the computer. I don't know if anyone else is having troubles. It won't even click into the messages or do anything over there. It's kind of odd. So I don't know if I'll be able to go through them messages, but I can go through the ones that come up on the StreamYard. Actually, I can look on my phone too. I don't know what's going on over there. It's pretty bizarre. And anyway, let's take a look and see what's going on with the market. Here we go. It is a little bit red, and NVIDIA's green, and Tesla's still green right there. Let's just see what Tesla's doing right here. That's up $2 and just hanging out, but it is looking pretty good right there. And what do they put the SPY at now? It's down 97 cents. So there you go, and let's take a look and see what's going on. I can't even tell if there's any laptop lowdown, so we may have to just skip them, because I didn't see them this morning, and it's all goofy right here. And I'll have to go through my phone and try to figure that out, and I'm not even sure. So we'll just keep on cruising through. We'll go through our SPY, our big cap, see what's going on for our Friday anyway. It's a Friday, so we just want to see what's trying to move today, and then we can reassess things, obviously, on Sunday night and see what's going to happen for next week. And again, we're going to look at this market differently, obviously, through the charts, but really see what the administration's trying to do with them, and try to run it off of that, because you can't tell exactly every day, but if you kind of think like them, you'll get a better idea just looking at the charts. So that's what we'll do. And how is everybody this morning? Hope everybody's having a good Friday. Blue Collar Teamster, how are you? David and Luis Rodriguez and everybody else hanging out. And again, I have no idea what's going on with X. I don't know if anyone else is having issues on their computer. The app's working all right, but the computer seems to be weird. I can't even get into, I'm clicking on everything. I thought it was working, and then all of a sudden it just like completely stopped. So not sure what happened, but oh well, who cares? We'll keep on cruising along, and now we have StreamYard, or whatever it's called. Yeah, StreamYard, and it works. So let's keep on going right here and see what our market wants to do today. So let's see. Here's our SPY down 88 cents. And from that look, it doesn't look terrible. I'm not going to lie. If you showed me that, I'd say that's not bad right there. Just a little bit flat, trying to push up a little bit. So we'll see how it goes as it opens. It is kind of pushing down a little bit, but again, it's not terrible. So we'll see how it starts to open up and move as the morning goes on a Friday. Try to get a better idea, but they leave it almost every weekend where you have no idea, and I could see it happening again just like this. So it is they're making it a good guessing game for sure. But let's go through and see what Apple and our Mag 7's doing. Apple's down a hair, and it was hitting that 20 up there and getting pushed down just a little bit, but nothing crazy. Apple's still looking good right there, I would say. Again, just kind of holding under that 20 right now, and we'll see if they can get into that channel right there. And Amazon is in the channel. It should still be, I would assume. Amazon down $1, but yeah, it's just kind of hitting right here. And like I said, the 20 is kind of lowering it down a little bit, but you have great support down here. So it is trying to get set up, and these things are just, one day to the next. Honestly, it's kind of crazy. It's hard to really tell. They're getting set up, but again, you can't tell everything going on. And yeah, it's just kind of pulling it back. It could loop it up real quick, jump it up into here again so that they pull back. I have a feeling that's what you're going to start to see, something that kind of pattern. They are getting set up. They're keeping them bullish now that they jumped a lot of them up into that channel. So that is a good look. And like I said, I don't think they liked when people were talking about recessions before. They were like, whoa, let's crank this up. And that's when you saw last week when they took the tariffs off the table, and then again this week they put them back on the table for the cars. So they're just using it, like I keep saying every day, just to control the market, and they know exactly what they're doing. So you just have to think like them off the charts right here, see where things are. Google pulled back right there yesterday, and it looks like it's just sitting on that line. And again, I don't think they really want them to come down. See how it's on that MACD going to get ready to roll off? They have them exactly perfect, and they're getting set up really good. So they're just controlling these things right now. Meta, the same exact. Look at this thing getting set up. Holy shit, this thing's getting ready to blast off up here. Last time we said that, guys, I'm not going to lie. I'll show you. Right here. Well, it was right down here. It was at the 600 point. It was getting set up. The chart's obviously a little different, and it ran right over 700. So last time this thing was getting set up like this, it ran up over 100 hours, and it's getting set up to do it again. You can see it. So they are getting set up. They're just not ready at the moment, but you can see them starting to get there. And again, we saw them bottoming out down here that day. We made sure we kept an eye. Now you're just seeing them get set up. So that's that look you're looking at. And Microsoft is down $1.69. It's at 388, but it's still in that channel right there on that 20, exactly where they would like to keep it. And let's see, yeah, it's just sitting right there. You can control it any which way, and even if you put it right underneath of it, you can jump it right up. Obviously you can see what they did, but if you keep them down or near here, at the support lines, and that support line wasn't there before they bounced. When they were running down here, you're getting into that territory where they start dropping into the bottom, and again, you will certainly start to trigger stop losses, and that can just literally make a recession happen in a day. So you have to be careful, and I don't think they were trying to play with that, so they needed to jump them up, and that's where you seen that, we're taking the tariffs off the last week, and now it's on with the cars and blah blah blah. And the Nvidia is up a little bit, but just pulling back to roll off that MACD. So that's all you're looking at here. So that's how you have to play them. Look at it. And you'll have NVIDIA get running again. So there you go. And good old Tesla up a little bit. And this thing's getting curled up. Look at this thing, guys. It looks really good at the moment anyway, and wants to get moving. So obviously has that 50 up there, 322, which is a pretty good jump up there. So there is your Tesla, not looking bad. And AMC right here is up a penny. I know this thing's in a really good spot. Maybe it's going to be waiting until next week. I don't think they have like earnings or anything, but it does look really good, guys. So keep your eye on AMC. It is looking good. GameStop took that beautiful dip yesterday after it ran up on the earnings. And let's see, it's just coming down to the MACD, and we'll keep an eye on that because it's hitting that support line right there and not looking bad. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on GameStop right there and see what it wants to do off of that support line, because that's in a much better spot. If you ran it up on earnings, got rid of it, now you're in a great position. And here's Chewy just kind of pulling back, getting set up there, CHWY, and yeah, not looking bad. That is yesterday's date, but pushing up onto that 20. And Unity right here is coming down. I think Unity might be dipping down to that support line right there, so you can keep an eye on this. It looks like it might have crawled up today and ran with that line. Look at it. It was coming straight down yesterday, and I remember even on here it was, but it pulled itself flat. So we'll see. Maybe it doesn't want to come down so much. Maybe that's its bottom and it doesn't even want to touch the support. I still think it might come down, but we'll look at that one. And let's take a look and see what that Netflix is doing. It's down 97 cents, and I'm telling you, this thing's going to get curled up. Just watch it. See if it pulls back into this channel. See if you can get a better price. But you can see it's going to roll, and I'm sure these earnings are probably pretty good there, April 17th. So there you go. And AVGO, that's down 45 cents and still dipping down. And they did look like they wanted to dip. I don't know how hard they're going to dip, but they did look like it. And it does look like it's trying to parachute its way down, but it still could possibly come down and have to bounce off of there at the support line for AVGO. And let's take a look at MU, the rest of the semiconductors right here. That's down a little bit, it says, and that looks like it's pulling back. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, MU looks like it could pull back a little bit more. Again, it's just kind of parachuting its way down, nothing too crazy. TSM was pulling its way back too, and it is up 6 cents, and this thing is getting set up, guys, off this MACD. Holy cow. Take a look. That chart changed around. Look at it. It looks great. Luis Rodriguez and crew right there, TSM. We're going to keep our eye on this bad boy for next week because you're about to see something happen there. And let's look at SMCI right here. That's up 86 cents, holding on to that support line. And it was trying to bounce up. And remember, you say the word tariffs, and the next thing you know, it holy cow, it gets a little crazy and they start bouncing off the MACD. It even happened with SMCI. We looked at some bigger caps it happened to. So it's not just the penny ones. You can't just think that, oh, wow, it's just these penny stocks. It's across the board. We know this pattern. And once they start saying things like that, it can trigger that pattern right back. We were doing well pulling through, and the ones that did cross through are probably going to be okay. But you can see what happened. So again, he's going to take next week, April 2nd, what is it, Wednesday, is that day where, you know, he's supposed to implement all these tariffs, and it looks like he's going to pull back on it, and then they're going to be the week later he's going to implement them again. It's just a game that he's playing to keep the markets where he needs them to be. So I see what's going on. So it's not the end of the world. I know it's kind of frustrating for sure. People are like, what the hell's happening? But if you listen to this show, you kind of have a pretty good idea. And yeah, you just got to work with the administration here. It was a disaster they're trying to clean up. So we can't expect the markets to just run nonstop 24/7 and constantly be going up. You got to play them the way they present themselves. So AMD, not looking bad. I mean, it did take a nice dip there, but it is getting a little bullish again. So these things are changing around really quick. And again, I'm telling you guys, they're just being completely manipulated. And that's exactly why we're going to try to figure out what they're trying to do at that moment too with the chart, because I think it'll help out a little bit. Wasn't really thinking that way before, but after this week, I think we have to think that way and just put it into perspective, and that's all. So that's AMD, and it's not looking too bad this morning again. And Qualcomm just sitting right here, but that one's trying to get set up. So they're keeping them where they need to be. And oh man, I hate when I do this. I gotta like go through the whole thing again and launch it. It's not the end of the world, but I don't know why it even does that. QCOM right here, but here is that what? Yeah, that's what we were looking at, and yeah, it's sitting there on that 20 and not looking bad. So they were pulling back yesterday. They're keeping them in these channels, guys, and that's exactly what they want to do. And Intel right here. Another one just kind of right there, not looking bad, kind of pulling back. I could see it flattening out today if it needs to. Look, it is pulling back, or it'll curl it right back up. We'll see, but it could just go flat too. It doesn't have that real bad curl down look, and we'll see how things open up. Again, they changed around yesterday and then went red, but it opened up red, got green, then went red a little bit, and again, they're just kind of keeping things where they need to. So you have that pullback, you get that jump up, you keep them stable, and then then it has to pull back. That's how it opened. Most of them been the way it's opening is the way it's been closing there. So it's look at it as it opens up on the market, but that's how it's been kind of closing for most days right now. Even like the Mag 7 and all, if they open up green, they usually have been closing green for the most part. PayPal pulled back a little bit, but sitting on that support, and another one looking good to get set up and roll off that MACD. And again, if you were over the MACD, and a bunch of them did make it over, it was like they opened the gate and like they just took off, some of them, and others just got left behind because they weren't in the right spot. And them ones obviously are going to feel the effects of not being able to cross through that MACD. So that's just the game that you're looking at right now. And again, we just got to keep that more in perspective and know exactly where we're at and think about it. So next week, I think we'll do even better, I think, than even this week. So that's a good thing. That's always what you want to do. Try to see what's going on and follow it. Snow getting set up right there. You can see that one. So that one's going to be going back up. You can see it going to roll right off unless like a war breaks out, but I don't think that's happening. So I would say it's pretty safe. And Dell looking a little like it wants to get curled up right there. Not bad. Just holding itself up. And again, look at it in that channel exactly where you want to have it. And they are keeping them there. And I'm telling you, they got afraid real quick. People started talking recession last week, was it? And then they were just like, all right, talk about no tariffs real quick. And they jumped up, what was it, last Thursday or something? I forget which day when they were jumping up there. And yeah, they took the tariffs. They had that inside, and Trump came out and said it later on that day. And then again this week, you get it might have been last week. Holy cow, weeks go by so fast. I think that was last week. And then then this week you get the tariffs on the car. So that's what the game they're playing. PLTR, another one just getting set up. You can see it right here. I mean, look at that thing right there in that channel. Going to roll off, getting set up, and it has a longer time. So it's they have some time on their hands. That's what they were trying to buy, and they're trying to pressure the Fed into cutting this rate, the interest rate, so that they can get things working here. So we know what the game plan is. We know what they're trying to do, and you can see exactly what's happening on the market. So they have it pretty under control, like I said, and we just got to kind of run with it right now and trust that they're doing the best thing. And you got Elon in there helping them, and they're cutting all these Doge things and all that good stuff. So it will be beneficial for the market long term, that's for sure. Sophie, another one just getting set up. So it looks like we could just have one of these setup days on a Friday. Nothing too crazy. We will see a few poppers. The ones that we're setting up, Mara is looking really good right there to start moving pretty soon. So look at Mara, that's looking good. And Riot right here, RIOT. Down 12 cents, but going to pop off of that, so it's going to get moving. You can see that one with no problem, rolling off that MACD. And again, some of these got right over. They opened that gate up, and some of these are like, well, we got to get through. And others got lagged behind. And again, they'll get through. It's just they got to get set up. MicroStrategy pulling back, see that? And now it's going to, we were talking about this too. It needed some more time. You can see it. And so, yeah, they had it run up. It's pulling back right here. You might even come back down into like the 290s right there as it has to get set back up. And then you'll have this getting bullish running up past your 20. So that's what they're trying to get to. And I kind of saw that happening. That's why I knew that these were getting set up, but you could tell the other day Strategy ran up, and it was up more than I had thought it was going to run. It ran over that 50, but you could tell it wanted to pull back here, and it is. I think it's going to pull back into that channel and buy them some time, because they can't have that thing pop up too fast there. It won't help that at all. It'll get destroyed. So that is Strategy, MSTR, and Clean Spark right here, doing the same thing everything else is doing, just getting set up off of there. So not looking bad. Bitcoin's at 84,949, so that came down. Solana came down 5% to 131. Ethereum's back under 2,000 at 1,912. Ripple's at 220 right there. That came down 5% overnight. And Cardano's at 69 cents. So yeah, they did come back right there. And let's just take a look and see what they look like real quick, because that's a good pullback from last night. And we looked at them at like 10:30 or something. Not that like it wasn't that long ago, let's say that, and they were just sitting in that channel. And again, I thought maybe they'd run up here or stay flat. They're pulling them back. They don't want to get them into this 50 area and then have them bouncing up and down like that. It's not healthy for it. It's healthy, but it's harder to control. If you could keep them flat like this, you can control the whole market like that, and you can see that they're doing it. So yeah, I could see that they want to keep it back here at the 50 and then roll it back up and just keep it in this channel. And then as this channel, they can buy themselves some time and keep this channel big like this. And then as things start to get set up and they start to get their goals accomplished, you'll see this get to be a little bit tighter. And that's when you kind of know it's going to be ready. But yeah, they're just they're just using the market to try to get things accomplished here, and then you're going to see them bust this market wide open and get crazy. So it's not like it's not a priority. It's just not a priority, right? It's not his first priority. The first priority is definitely you have to get the rates down. And like I said, you can't have a market blasting off with rates up that high. It just spells disaster immediately. It's not a good thing to happen. So I'm telling you, they have it under control. We just have to work with them and just be patient here and let them get this agenda that they're trying to get done. So I get it, I see it, and it's not the greatest trading period, I'm not going to lie. I think and we were all expecting it to be booming, and I did think we'd have a quick run, and then they would cut everything. They went in and just cut everything immediately, so they just did it faster than we thought, and that is fine. So get it out of the way, get these pullbacks, and then we can have some solid run-ups. So again, we just have to take whatever's presented to us in the market conditions right now, read what's going on, what they want to do, and we'll catch some poppers. But I think some of the Mag 7 and these things and crypto especially, they're just going to be hanging out right now while they're trying to do what they have to do. And it does make sense. You can't have these things running all over the place while you're trying to get rates down and trying to keep trying to accomplish a goal that's not necessarily making the markets run. So it makes a lot of sense. And again, it seems like they have it really under control. He had 4 years to do it before, so he had a good trial, and he has way better people around them this time. So I think they do have it kind of figured out now. And let's just see what Ripple looks like real quick. XRP. Yeah, you can see that. It looked the other day it looked like it wanted to roll, and then it started to get in that area, and you couldn't tell. And then look at that. They pulled it back down because they don't want it to pop up just yet, and you got to keep it. They was running up there, and they're like, wait, keep this thing in that channel down here. Let's not get this thing running up here too much too fast, because then we got to try to figure out how to dump it back down. They're not trying to pump and dump anything, I don't think, at the moment either. It's been quiet on their end, and nothing real crazy where they're making like these crazy coins or anything. They're not even saying anything. His sons aren't tweeting stuff out, so you can tell. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on here. It's so bizarre. Everything else seems to be working on this page. Yeah, everything else works except for, is anyone else having trouble with your X page on your computer if you use it? I generally use the app, but lately, obviously, I use it for the shows, and yeah, it's just not working this morning. I don't know what's going on there. So, but the StreamYard's working, and that's all good, but I can't check all the messages. I just see what's coming up right here. And honestly, hey, Doge Mama 9, how are you? And Blue Collar Teamster, they were like the only two that I see coming through X, and then Luis Rodriguez and some YouTubers. But yeah, it's all good. Let's just cruise through, see what that's got, what the rest of the market looks like. But that's our crypto look, and they are pulling back right now. And again, it's just one of them things where you just have to be very patient. We could have a month or two of this. So again, we're getting into April and then even May. And honestly, usually the summers are not really jamming, but unless they just keep it slow set up for the summertime, and then in September they get rocking and rolling again. But they are, I'm telling you, maybe it's going to be a little, flat like right now, and we got to catch what's really popping, and we do it, so it's not a big deal. But you're not going to be playing your options as much and crushing these big caps. They're really tough. I mean, look at them, they're jumping around like maniacs each day, so they're not exactly the easiest. But these penny stocks and stuff like TWG, and you knew that was going to run, you catch some of these momentum plays like that, and it's a lot easier at the moment. That's what's presenting. STSS, remember we were looking at this, and I said Terps Trader and Stock Authority both were looking at this yesterday, and it already ran up this morning. I did see it, 17 to 22, and it's already back to 15. So again, these things move so fast, and not saying that it can't run back up today, but I mean, people are already trading this thing at 4 a.m., and you could do it at 4 a.m., sell that bad boy up, and then watch it as the market opens. It pulls back, it still looks good, and run it up again. So that does happen. RNAZ's up. We were looking at that. So them top three. Logic Mark's down a little bit more, but this is getting to be in that spot where I don't think it can really pull back a whole lot more. So we're going to definitely be keeping an eye on this thing. Good old Logic Mark. Look at that thing right there. That's going to get set up, and that's a beauty. And again, be very, very patient and know which ones exactly. I mean, it did look good up here. It looked good up here, and then it took that big dip, and then it started to base, and then took another dip yesterday, and that is today right there, and it's down another penny. So just watch this thing get it all the way to the bottom, because now it's at 3 cents. Up here it was at 17, guys. So yeah, you can just basically hang out and really wait, and it might, when it pops, not even get back up to 17. So we catch it down here at like 3 or 2, it's money in the bank right there. So I would say AMD, Advanced Money Destroyer, Luis Rodriguez said. That just caught my eye. That was pretty funny. But yeah, that's they're all a little crazy right now. But look at this. This was a money destroyer too. If you were up here and this thing just started pulling back, and again, it started to look good based out, and you just have to be really patient, especially with these penny ones. And a lot of them are pulling back pretty good. You can kind of tell which ones are. They almost got to get set up immediately to get running now, I think. So if they start basing like this for a little while, you better put up a red flag, I think. And I've been kind of seeing that and paying attention to it. So that's why I say you got to be really, really patient. If you see them kind of basing out, just wait. You might see that next level down. And this next level was a hell of a level. Holy shit, from like 17 to 3 cents is like crazy. I mean, it tried to right there. Even at that 9, it started to, and now you're at 3. So that is some big dippage there on LGMK, Logic Mark. And now it's the time to really look at that thing for sure. So there you go with that one. PRTG, let's look at that real quick. What's that doing? Oh, that's that Portage. Yeah, that thing ran up, and keep an eye on it. It doesn't look bad, up 166%. I don't think we were looking at it, but damn, that thing is running up, I would say. So, and yeah, that core PCE report is this morning, so that could move the markets at 8:30. And again, you can see them just kind of sitting here, not doing a whole lot. So let's go back to the active over here and see if we see anything. And there is our PRTG run up. And we looked at this WEME the other day, did we not? That when we were looking at things, and this thing's not looking too bad. Look at that bad boy popping up. So there you go. No, you know what? I wrote this down for the small cap show, and we didn't do as many this week. That's what I think I did. I think I was looking at it for that, because this is one of them small cappers right there. I can tell. And Yeah, maybe I'll have to look at my notes. I think so, unless we went over it on our show. I don't know. you know, my brain. I don't remember everything, but I know I looked at it. And this Damon right here, is it down? It was still looking pretty good. Let's see. It's just hanging out there, just bouncing around, not doing a whole lot. DMN. And again, they like to run up for a day and then pull back. I did see another one that pulled back yesterday that was running up. Let me see if we find it. Hold on. Hit. Let me look at it real quick. HIT, that was trying to move up this morning a little bit. Yeah, it's trying to move back up. It's just making that. Look at that thing curling up, guys. This thing could be a monster hit, too. Watch this guy. And I know we've been watching it, but yeah, keep an eye on that hit. That one could get cruising as it's rolling up to that MACD. Just a little bit of bump up, but it's looking pretty good right there. I do like that hit. And let's see, DBVT, that jumped up there. That was something else before that we used to look at because it changed the ticker. And I forget, was it like MLGO or something, MGOL? I don't remember. It was something like that. And that Sensi was up, and OCEA, let's look at that. We didn't take a peek at that yet. And that's just kind of pulling back a penny. And yeah, that had that run up right there. So again, you had two shots at it for the most part, and it is pulling back. KULR, not looking bad right there. And let's see what else is going on. That one's moving up there. AGMH down a penny. That was actually looking better. And pulling back here, it wasn't looking bad yesterday. Look at it. It still doesn't look bad sitting there. So I would keep an eye on that. AGMH. Yeah, I mean, that does not look bad. That could be a next weeker, I think. And Tesla right there. And let's see what else. GTI is down a penny, but that was running up. And that looks like all them guys. Let's see what's going on over here real quick. PRTG, we know that. It's popping, that's for sure. And that DBVT, what the heck was that? It was something before. But I'll say what, it's popping this morning. That's what it is. I forget what the heck it was. Doesn't even say it, but I know it was something else at some point. Yeah, I'm almost positive it's that one. If not, it was a different one. But anyway, that one's popping up this morning. Look at that off that just hopped up there and got cruising off of earnings came up on the 24th, so that had happened the other day. And yeah, I don't know what happened here. They had announces financing of up to $306 million to advance some peanut patch. I have no idea what it's even talking about right there. I have no clue. Anyway, who cares? And that thing's just popped up there. You keep an eye on it. I don't know if it's going to really run back up. It's hitting that top line right there. So you'd have to be careful with it, but it was a nice pop, I have to say that. And look, that's all. There's only 6 of them on here. You don't see that very often. So you can tell the markets aren't doing a whole lot this morning. Let me see. Dow futures waiver and the data on consumer sentiment expected. So that's what we're waiting on. And 6 of the last 8 bear markets came with stocks as out of sync as they are now. And stock futures are little changed as traders brace for Fed's preferred inflation reading. And the stocks are stuck in a tariff tug of war. Yeah, that's exactly it. And stock struggle, gold at record high as trade fears weigh. So there you go with them. And let me just see over here. Boom, boom. Good morning. Good morning. We looked at that. AMD and TSM follows the same path with every pullback. The company is so strong that it bounces back quicker than most of the others. I'm telling you, this TSM is looking really good, guys. So definitely keep an eye on this thing. It is getting set up. Watch it roll off and get moving back up here. So we will be keeping an eye. And obviously watch for any little dips right there throughout the day. But yeah, it's getting set up probably for next week, it looks like, on that TSM. And that's what our market looks like. Mostly kind of, a little mixed, but our Mag 7's a little red besides Tesla and NVIDIA are up right there. And our crypto definitely pulled back there. So that's down. And what else is going on? Let me see what's trending on StockTwits real quick. Hold on. Let me see. Here we go. StockTwits. And I really don't know why the thing isn't working over there, but that's all right. PRTG, we know App Lovin's bouncing back, guys. It looks like. Let's look at it. Wasn't it way down? Yeah, look at it. Hit a support line right there, and it is kind of bouncing back. You can keep an eye on that. That's a nice little bounce back for App Lovin right there, and a couple crypto coins like ones that we don't even look at. Lulu is down, and yeah, just a ton of crypto coins. The ETF 500 is still trending on StockTwits there, so that's good, but it's under 3 million market cap. As Solana pulled back big time this morning, down 5%. If crypto could have been moving, the ETF would have been flying yesterday because it was trending up there. A lot of these that start trending get crazy. It looks like they put a few up here, like Mumu. I don't even know what that is, but it looks like a new one, and it's just a bunch of crypto coins. So I guess they just started adding a bunch of them bad boys up there. And analyze BTAI, Lucio. We can look at that real quick. You got it. Let's see, BTAI. BioXcel Therapeutics, it says. And let's see, they just had some earnings yesterday, it looks like. And it doesn't look too bad off of that. Just a little flat right there. It's kind of flat, but let's look over here and see what we have. It's not looking bad. I must say, I would expect it to try to even get up in here into that 250 area. So, yeah, look at it trying to curl up at the moment. I would keep an eye on this one today, guys. That's not looking bad right there. I must say that. And let's look at this one real quick. So, yeah, BTAI, not a bad one there. And this UOKA, let's look at that one if it's doing anything yet. It doesn't appear to be moving just yet, but keep an eye on this thing. Yeah, not moving. Keep an eye on that thing today because that one could be moving around. Rhyme doesn't appear to be moving, but that could be. SUNE is down a little. This one, KAVL, this one appears to be trying to get set up too. So keep an eye on that. Like I said, it grabbed my attention the other day, and it is just kind of, hanging out, but it looks like it could be a good setup for next week. We'll keep an eye on that one as well. What's the cannabis industry up to this morning after that news? I think it was up a little bit still. Up, Tilray's down a little. I thought Curaleaf was way up this morning. Let me see, unless that was just from yesterday. Yeah, that was just from yesterday then. That's not even up. Okay, that's why it was still up. It was still yesterday's date. So, and Canopy Growth. Whoops, CG, Carlisle Group right here. I remember we used to look at this thing, and it looks like it's just kind of pulling back right there. It looks like it's going to be led down, but Canopy Growth right here, CGC, and that's just hanging out right there, not doing anything yet. So keep an eye on them as well. What's that DGLY up to? Let's see. It's just kind of pulling back right there. Nothing crazy. So, yeah, it's not a whole lot going on at the moment in the market. You can see what it looks like. So, that's what we're looking at. Bitcoin and crypto are down as well. So, we'll keep an eye on things. I'll keep you posted for this Friday. We'll see what's going on with that report this morning, that core PCE report. So, we'll see what happens with that at 8:30 and how the market wants to react. So, like I said, I'll keep you guys posted. And the SPY is down 89 cents. It does not look bad, though. I can't say that it looks bad right there. So keep an eye on things. Keep you guys posted. And again, all information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And have a great Friday. Obviously, you want to trade smart and lock in those profits, especially going into a weekend. You want to be really careful. This market is very, very choppy. So you just never know. They are getting set up, but again, next week we're going to analyze it a little bit differently with the charts and see exactly what they're trying to accomplish there that day and the next day. So that's how we're going to kind of approach it and look at it like that and see if we can nail it even better looking at it that way. So that's what we're looking at. And again, enjoy your Friday, everybody, and be sure to lock in those profits. So goodbye, good luck. I'll see you guys later. Have a great day, and I'll keep you guys posted.